Hi guys, it's Elizabeth from the Toy Hoarder. Now, I don't know about you, but when I first saw the Toy Story film, I definitely considered adopting some of these adorable green aliens, just like the Potato Heads did. And now, you actually can. And not only are they the green aliens, but they are super nerdy, geeky ones like me, who absolutely love all the other Disney Pixar films and love to cosplay. So, I got as many as I could find, and I want to show you all of them. Now, these are the Remix Alien series. They're the Disney Pixar Remix toys, and they're all aliens dressed as different Disney Pixar characters. They were released by Mattel for ages 6+. Alright, so the first one I'm going to show you guys is Sully, and I will spin him around so that you can see all of this gorgeous textural and color detail. These guys are made out of a vinyl type plastic material and are probably about the same size as a pop toy. I'll have to bring out a pop figure later so that you can see them. I know Funko is actually releasing a Remix Alien series later as well, but the reason you're going to want the ones from Mattel instead are that they have extra features. This isn't a pop toy that you just sit on a shelf. This is a toy. Check it out. He has joints. This guy's arms move, and my favorite part, which is nice and creepy for an alien, his head moves around 360 degrees, so that is super cool. But he has a lot more posability and play features having the joints. It's one of the things that I keep wishing they would add to pop toys because I always see cute ones and I want them, but they're not super playable. They're more of a collector's item. That doesn't mean I don't have any that I play with, but this is the way to go if you're gonna want an actual toy. So here is Buzz Lightyear, well, the alien dressed as Buzz Lightyear. I love that half-closed smirk, half-closed eyes with the smirk. It is super adorable on him. And again, like the other one, he does have joints in his arms as well as in his head, which is super cool. His jetpack is not removable, but it is actually here and very well detailed, even details and etchings on his wings. So super impressed by that. This guy, I believe, is supposed to be Mr. Incredible. However, the difference in costuming between Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl is really just their body types, and since the aliens all have the same body type, you could play with this as either Mr. Incredible or Elastigirl, or you can get two of them and have a Mr. Incredible and an Elastigirl, and it would still work out. You also could, you know, get wigs on them and have them as any of the other family members, including, you know, Violet, Dash, or Jack. So this is super cool that it's kind of any of the family members. His head does spin 360 degrees, and unfortunately this guy's arms, because of the way that they're posed, do not move up and down, which I'm really sad about, but he is still super cute, and he does at least have the head joint, so you can pose him and spin the head around and all of that, so that is pretty neat on that end. So let me show you the packaging up close. Unfortunately, this is not super savable packaging, which I'm sad about because I would love to keep them in these little rocket ships, but I'm gonna play with them because you guys know me. Let's get this open. So this guy is Miguel from Coco, and we should be able to just, I say we should just be able to peel this off, and then it's not gonna come off very easily. All right, here we go. There we go. So you pull out the back here and you pull out this piece of packaging. Now you can sort of have the front of the rocket here, and maybe if you painted it or put in cardboard, you could sort of save it. This rocket tore with the claw inside. Maybe you could add an actual claw up here. I don't know. I might save the packaging and see if there's something I can do with a box mod of that, because you guys know how I am about toy mods and box mods. But the good news is he's not really secured into this packaging. He's just sort of in here in a molded section of it. So it was pretty easy to get him out. Now, unfortunately, Miguel does have his arms in his pockets here, which means he's not going to have joints on these arms, and I'm so sad. Mattel is so excited about all these jointed ones, and then you really can't tell until you get them out of the package which ones have joints and don't. But they all at least do have the spinning head so far, so that is super cool. And how cool is this? He's just so neat. I love all of these so much. Okay, let's get Merida out. This is Merida from Brave. She is quite the interesting Disney princess. Alright, now she opens just the same as the other one. I did do a slightly better job on not ripping this packaging too much. So I guess in theory I could keep it in here. But I don't know that I'm going to do that. I will probably come up with a better box or toy mod for storing it, or try to get them, all in the pizza boxes. I don't know yet. We'll have to see once I get these out of the pizza box. Oh, you guys! The accessory comes out! How cool is this? Okay, so she can actually be holding her bow or not holding her bow, and she does have jointed arm. Well, this arm is jointed. The other arm is actually attached to her side. Now, I think it's going to be difficult to spin her. Her head turns, but it doesn't turn all the way because her hair is getting stuck on her little pack of arrows here and her arm. So unfortunately the head doesn't turn all the way around, but I super love that I can take this accessory out and put it back in, and this may be why it was rated for ages 6 and up, because maybe that'll be a choking hazard. But if later we can buy other different accessories and the aliens can hold them, that would be super awesome. Unfortunately, she might be the only one that can hold them because nobody else was made with hands for it. But anyway, it's still super, super cool, and I love that the little antenna is still sticking out of her hair despite how crazy thick and curly all of her hair actually was in the film. But that's still super duper adorable, and I can't remember if I spun it all the way around for you guys, so I will give it a spin here so that you can see everything. Oh, it's so cool, you guys. Okay, all right, so let me show you the pizza box as well, and it does show you which characters that I have in here. Here are the first 5 that were released, which I just showed you in these rocket boxes, although I think you can get some or all of them in different sets within the pizza box as well. As far as these guys on this side, I have not been able to find them to purchase yet. I did see them on Amazon, but they are not currently available is what it says, so I'm hoping that both Target and Amazon get them in so that we can check them out, and I'll definitely show you, of course, if they come in, because you know I'll have to buy them all, except maybe Remy. I don't know, that one weirds me out a little bit, but check out, you guys. Okay, so this guy is actually not sealed at all. There's no tape anywhere on it. I did not already take off tape. It just opens right up like a pizza box, and check it out, you guys. Here they are. We have Woody, Anger, and Boo in her monster costume. It does have little strings in here, and now if you would like, I suppose you could display it on a shelf or hanging on a wall just like this, which would be kind of interesting because you walk by and see pizza boxes hanging on the wall, and then you can open it up and there's toys inside, so that would be kind of neat. But I'm not going to do that, and also they're not easy to take out and then put back into the display. They will be easy to get out because these are just those stretchy rubber bands, so you can kind of pull them apart so that you don't scratch the toy, and then snip the rubber bands in the places that you need to so that you can free all of these little adorable minions. I say minions, and I actually do not mean Minions from Despicable Me. It's just a term that I use. Alright, should be able to get one more in here. It's interesting because the Boo one has its own little plastic seat type thing that it's sitting in, and nobody else really had that. Okay, I'm going to take the 3 of these out of here. Oh dear. Have a rubber band still stuck all, oops. Okay, well that comes off easier than expected. Oh, that's too adorable. Alright, here's what we're looking at, guys. So, let's check them out. First, we've got Woody, and this one is very exciting for me because the aliens actually did want to play around with Woody and pretend to be Woody in some of the films, so I think this is super adorable. And he's just kind of waving, he's saying howdy. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. This arm does actually twist, it has a joint there, and this one does as well, despite being down a little bit. So hopefully they will start, as they release them, adding more of the arm joints and things. I wish they'd given him a little lasso. I wish everyone had a little accessory that they could hold or not hold, now that I saw Merida's. But Mattel, if you're listening and you haven't released them yet, gives us some accessories. I think that would be so cool. And then give them all the hand mold like Merida so that they can hold them and interchange them. I think that would be super adorable. So his head does spin 360 degrees like all of the others. Here is Boo in her monster costume. This is probably one of my favorite characters from any of the Disney or Pixar films, just because it's so adorable. I mean, it was an adorable little kid in an adorable monster costume, and it was purple, so you knew I wouldn't be able to help myself. Now, I love that they actually did put joints in this one. Okay, so her arms, or little tentacles here, are jointed so that you can pose her appropriately, and then her head still does spin, even though she doesn't really have a neck in this costume, and while she was wearing the costume, she could not turn her head all the way around, but this is super, super adorable, and I'll show you from the top and the bottom. There's nothing much on the bottom of any of these. Okay, so Anger is super cool because he sort of comes with an accessory as well, which I'll show you in just a second, but his arms do move up and down, and his head does spin 360 degrees. I'm trying to, oh yes! His newspaper comes out, and you can have him either holding the newspaper or just having a fist if he wants to, you know, throw a little fit. And my favorite part is the hair is removable. It is difficult to get the hair back on in a way that it stays on. I mean, it's super loose, and you saw me kind of moving it earlier and dropping it. You can put it either way. There are kind of these either sideburns or extra clips here. So if you want him to have the fire sideburns, you can put it on this way, and if you don't want him to have those fire sideburns, they sit kind of behind his ears this way. Unfortunately, neither way is super secure, despite there being a little hole in here for his antenna. It's, oh goodness, it's really, really hard to see in here, but hopefully you can see it right just in here. I have my fingers over it right now. There you go, now you can see it. But I think that's really cool. So if you don't want him to be super angry yet, he can have stages of anger when his flames go up or when his flames actually go out. So super, super cool. Probably one of my favorites of these figures. I also really love these eyeballs. Oh, okay, so the eyeballs are actually a little bit bendy, which is adorable. It would have been cute if they put them on springs, but they probably would have been a little too bendy. But even her hair here is a little bendy, and the ears are squishable, so it's a softer figure here, which is nice. Woody's hat is also kind of a softer accessory that you can bend a little bit, and a little on Sully's horns, but not really. All their little antennae are super bendy and cute too, though. Okay, one more thing that I wanted to show you. They actually all the ones I have do fit in here right now. I have eight different figures. These are all the ones that I could find that have actually been released either online or in stores that I could buy. So super excited about that. Unfortunately, I don't really know how well they'll fit double stacked in here. Maybe. It'll be really close to try to find out if I can fit all of them in a single pizza box at the end, but then again, we'll also have to see how many they release. So for now, they all fit in this adorable pizza box, and that's what I'm definitely keeping them in. You could probably easily fit at least 9 inside of this box, and possibly more with stacking them or doing different things. Now, this would not be displayed in this box, but they could be stored in this box and be super, super adorable. Oh, also, if you're gonna gift a bunch of them, go deliver a pizza to someone. I mean, what a fun gift. So here they are. Guys, aren't they awesome? Who is excited for the other ones coming out? How many do you think they're gonna make? Overall summary of the pros and cons. There's not really a whole lot to say about these guys because they don't really do a whole lot, but they do more than I was expecting. So pros are that they added in joints. They have, most of the figures at least, have 1 to 2 arm joints as well as their head joint. And a couple of them have accessories that are removable. Anger actually has 2 accessories, the hair and the newspaper, and Merida has a single accessory, her bow, which is removable. I don't think, no, unfortunately her bow pack does not come off. On the cons, not every figure has both arms being movable, which is kind of a disappointment, and I also would have loved to have seen closed hands for everybody, and everybody came with some sort of accessory that they could hold, because there's so much from all of these films that there could have been something tiny that they added that you could have with or without the figure, and I think that would have been really fantastic. And it also would have opened up a new avenue for them to go if they wanted to have a pack of just accessories in general that you could sell later. And unfortunately now there's only 2 characters that have hands molded to hold something, and they're different hand molds, so we can't just have a universal pack of accessories, which is sad because I want that. I want to dress them as every character, and I want to dress them as multiple characters, and I'm just so geekily excited about all of this. Overall, however, I am giving these a 5-star review. I wish I could go up a star because I really was not expecting how awesome these were going to be. I figured they would basically be a pop toy. I did not expect any joints at all, and especially not any accessories, and if there were accessories, I didn't expect them to come out and be able to be put back into their hands. So super love what they've done with them, and of course they could always be improved because every toy probably could. So it was a 5-star rating for me, but let me know what you guys think of these toys down in the comments below, and what you think about them compared with the pop toys. I will, when the pops do come out, I probably will get at least one and do a comparison video up here for you guys, because I know they will be pretty similar toys with the exception of the Woody. I think they are releasing a giant pop of the Woody, which you know I'm going to have, so look for that video in the future. But until then, have a fantastic time playing, and I'll catch you next time.